Hey everybody, it's Rob with Cherry City Guns and Ammo, and today we're taking a look at the Henry Survival 22 rifle. Stick around. Alright, once again, the Henry Survival 22. This one actually belongs to my son. He bought it, and then I said, well, I want to use that for a video review because I think that's pretty neat. And so he loaned it to me to bring out here and use to do a video with. It's pretty neat. They've been around for a really long time. They're currently made by Henry. I cannot remember the name of the original manufacturer, but my dad had one of these when I was a little kid, and I don't ever know what happened to that thing. But it's a more recent acquisition from Henry, like I want to say in the last 10 years or so, but maybe I'll look it up and flash it up here on the screen, or I'll forget about it and I won't. Anyway, super simple little semi-automatic 22 rifle. They use detachable mags. The mags hold 8, and it has room for 2 mags in the buttstock. This whole thing takes apart. If you don't know anything about these, they completely come apart, disassemble, and it all fits into the butt. And once it's all in the butt with the cap on, it's all supposed to be waterproof and supposed to float. So I believe they were originally made for the Air Force. I know there's a lot of like Alaskan bush pilots and stuff like that that keep them in their aircraft. A great little survival rifle, super light. They don't take up any space, and they're supposed to shoot pretty good. And we're going to find that out today. Those 8 shots that I just took on that steel plate were literally the very first shots that have been put through this gun. My son hasn't even shot it yet. And he could have come out here today and shot it, but he had other things he was doing. But let's do some plinking around with this thing. The sight system, super simple. You've got a tiny little peephole here in the back and just a simple blade on the front. Let's see if we can hit our hostage popper. We hit it even though we can't even see all of it. Yeah, 22 is just not enough to flip it around. Let's do our Scoops TV plate. It definitely seems to go pretty much wherever you aim it. So far, I'm pretty impressed. One thing I don't like, there's not a last round bolt hold open, so you just fire until it goes click. That could be a little detrimental because rim fires are not great for dry firing. So I'm going to try to keep a round count going forward here to hopefully do as little dry firing as possible. Now, just to the low right of our silhouette there, we actually have a little 22 spinner set up that rarely ever gets shot, so today's a good day to do it. Not bad. Is that... Oh, I got one left. Let's hit our silhouette. Very nice. Well, now I got 2 empty mags. Let me go load those up and we'll come back and shoot this thing some more. So far I'm really impressed, and this is quite a bit of fun. Alright, I'm going to show you how this little Henry comes down. This is how you typically would store it. You know, throw it in the back of your truck or in your bush plane or whatever. And in this setup with the butt cap on, it is supposed to float. I'm not going to test it, but it is supposed to float this way. So your barrel comes out, action comes out, and then it has a spot for 2 mags, and apparently if you buy a 3rd mag, you can have the 3rd mag in the receiver, and then you can have 3 loaded mags in there at all times. So the receiver just drops into this slot right here, and there's this big thumb screw on the bottom, and you just tighten that up. This takes a minute because there's a lot of threads, but really assembly of this thing couldn't hardly be easier. Your barrel goes on. If you look right here, there is a notch, and you pull this barrel nut back, there's a little pin that sticks up, and that's what guarantees that you have your barrel properly lined up. And then you just pull this barrel nut back, tighten up your barrel nut, and you're ready to go. Your little charging handle slips in and out, so you kind of pull it out to get a grip on it. But that's your charging handle. You're safe. It's almost like a Remington 700 safety. Safe is back, forwards fire, and this is your magazine release. You got this little front of the trigger guard release. So yeah, it comes down, takes part, really simple, really easy. Pretty cool little setup. All right, we're back and loaded up. You know, the first thing I'm gonna tell my son when I get home is you need to buy a third mag for that. But as you can see, so far it has done pretty well up close. Let's do a mag at our 60-yard targets up there, not at the elk, that's archery. Let me readjust my camera here. Where are we at? Everything's in the shade. There we go. There's our 60-yard targets. I'm not even going to bother shooting the silhouette because I think this thing shoots too good to waste any time on that silhouette. So let's go to the left of the silhouette. We've got a big 10-inch red target. Alright, I figured out where that was hitting. Looks like I'm trending just a touch right. Let's go for that little tiny 4-inch target. Ah, couldn't hit the 4-incher. I'm going to try the 4-incher just a couple more times. There we go. All right, we got 5 rounds left. Let's go to the 100-yard silhouette. I'm going to aim for the head. There we go. Not too shabby. I tell you what, I was a little worried about this thing because looks like there might be a slight amount of adjustment on that rear sight, and I mean slight. It looks like I can loosen up the screw and edge it up and down, but they're adequately on. I mean, at close range and at long range. Did you see where I was hitting on that silhouette? Could you tell? Midway up, so it's not dropping much. I was aiming pretty much where the head starts on that silhouette, so it's dropping a little bit, but I think I can hit that head. So we got 2 empty mags. I'm gonna go fill them up, and we're gonna see if we can hit the 100-yard head. If we can hit the 100-yard head with this simple of a sighting system, I'm gonna be very, very impressed with this little rifle. So far, I already am. I really like this thing. I think it's great. I might have to pick one up myself to keep in the back seat of the truck because that's pretty incredible. We'll be right back. Alrighty, so we've hit the head at 100 yards. I mean, we've hit the silhouette at 100 yards. Now we're going to go for the 100-yard head. I'm going to go ahead and take off my glasses here so I can really focus in on that target. If we can get some shots on the 100-yard head with this thing, I'm going to be ecstatic. Let's see if we can get it done. First frickin' shot. I held just a touch high. So that was one 8-shot mag, and I wasn't keeping count of how many I hit, but I want to say there was at least 4 hits. And I'm not really taking much time in between them. I'm pretty much just squeezing them off. We got one little jam up here. I had one bullet nosedive and get jammed up. That's our first failure. It's not bad. You know, I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed. I really like this little rifle. I was not expecting to think much of it, but I think it's pretty freaking fantastic. I think there's a lot worse ways you can spend 300 bucks. Because I bought this on Gunbroker with shipping and everything like that to my local gun store. sub $300. I think it was like $297. And if you want camo, you can get camo. It runs a little bit more. I think maybe like $75 more. But you know, as a survival rifle, throw it in the back of your pickup or whatever, throw it in your canoe. I think this is great. It shoots great. I've shot worse .22 rifles that don't come apart. So yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm unexpectedly thrilled with how this thing performed. It's not the prettiest gun, but man, it seems to really work. And out of however many rounds we shot, over 50 rounds so far, we had one bullet nosedive and failed to load, but not too shabby. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Appreciate you guys come back week after week and watch my videos. If you haven't subscribed yet, if you could subscribe to me, it really helps me out a lot. If nothing else, give me a like, and if you have an opportunity to share it on social media, it just helps me get my content out there and fuel the YouTube algorithm to let them know that people want to see this kind of gun content. Anyway, thanks a lot everybody, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.